Game double tap, everybody. Happy afternoon, happy morning, happy evening. Hope everyone is doing good. Playing Iktah today. I had a little bit of a twinge to play it for about 45 minutes or so. Hope you all have had a wonderful week. It's been kind of weird for me, so I need a little something therapeutic like Iktah to kind of play. So hunting some animals, looking for some stuff. We need that baguette. So that is one of the quests we're trying to do. Unfortunately, it's really, I don't know how you choose the animal that has the quest item you need. So we have a few things to deal with today. So we'll be looking for the baguette. We'll be looking to increase all of our main statistics. Hopefully we find some new cool stuff. Later on, I'll be buying some more stuff. Probably next month, I'll invest in a few more royal chests. I might just do it here. I'll try to record it, of course, maintaining my privacy, but I'll try to record what items I get out of the chest for all of you. If I can do it in a way that I don't expose anything important. So I'll try to do that. I know y'all want to hear me buy some stuff. So it's pay to fun, folks, not pay to win. So anytime I can support wonderful developers like the developers of Iktah, I will definitely do so. Again, I hope you are doing good in whatever area of the country you are, staying safe, staying alive, having fun, having a good time. I want to send a big shout out to My Noise. Got a couple of lovely combinations of animals with beats and rhythms mixed in together. You can really do anything you want with My Noise. It is the go-to sound generator, sound effect maker, ambience creator that I use. In fact, it is the only one I use. So definitely check them out. There's a link in my description. All right, so I got a little bit of Iktah coffee. I was talking to one of my friends this morning, and then I had a very pleasant conversation. Angel Patrol has been good this week. One of our little angels is being a little impatient. Sometimes I really like when the angels get a little feisty. Angel Patrol's been interesting this week. Marissa just came back from NFB convention for Access Ingenuity, so she's doing really good. And she had some interesting times there in the convention, let's just say. Oh, let me get my couple sound makers out here because it is past 9 o'clock, so I can make some noise. So let's get this. This one. What am I in the mood for today, noise-wise? Just very basic stuff. I'm not in the mood for that one. Let's go for the grizzly. Let's go for the grizzly bear. The Yeti. I'm going to go for the Yeti and our usual sound maker. That one. And then we got the Yeti sounds. Yeah, I just took my mastery potion, so I got an hour. So I'm going to try to use it up. My alarm should go off at 45 minutes just so I don't go too far over. But I'm going to try to get a full hour's worth out of my mastery potion. And
Mastery
yes,
potion,
I did purchase
23.
those, and I am glad that I purchased them. They're awesome.
Equipment button.
All right.
Combat, Combat.
Speaking rate is 65. Let's go to combat.
Your stats.
And
Attack,
again,
10,
let's hope
strength,
we can
10, defense,
raise all
10,
3
hit points,
statistics
5.
up and maybe find that baguette.
Player attack speed 4.00 s. Enemy attack speed 3.00 s.
Okay, we have a deer
Smart
today.
weapon,
So a lot
image.
of deers.
Change selected
Okay.
combat skill to attack. Improves your chance of hitting a target. X equals attack level.
Okay,
Enemy
let's
defense level. Hit chance
just
equals
get
50
our
plus
stats up.
0.75 star X. Button. Attack. Level 12 attack experience. 1212/1388. Change selected combat skill to attack. Change selected combat skill to strength. Determines how hard you can. Strength.
got level 12
experience. 1000.
attack.
Change selected combat skill to strength. Change selected combat skill to defense. Defense. Level 12 defense experience. 1227/1000.
Level
Equipped
12.
weapon. Royal defense. Level 12 defense experience. 1000. Change selected combat skill to defense. Increases chance to avoid enemy attacks. X equals defense level. Enemy attack level. Avoid chance equals 50
All right,
defense.
let's,
Equipped weapon. Start combat. Button.
Let's work on
Stop combat.
defense first. Let's just go to defense and do that first.
Go back. Button.
I'm going to be kind of quiet because there isn't a lot for me to say.
You were defeated.
You guys
Go
know
back,
how the
button.
game works.
Go back button.
I will usually
forest,
comment when I do a really cool crit of some kind.
Choose combat spot button.
I'm drinking
combat,
coffee,
button.
so
Stop
I'm
combat.
going to drink coffee and wait till we get a level up. And of
Go
course,
back,
if we
button.
level up, you know what I do.
Go back. You were defeated. Go back button. Go back
I
button.
really love
combat,
the
button. Stop
ambiences
combat.
I'm using today.
Go back button. Go back. Start combat button. Stop combat.
Nice.
Go back button. Go back. Start combat button. Stop combat. Go back button. Go back button. Start combat button. Stop combat. Go back button. Go back button. Start combat button. Stop combat. Go back button. Go back button. Start combat button. Stop combat. Go back button. Go back. Start combat button. The forest heading. Start combat button. Stop combat. Go back button. Go back button. Start combat button. Stop combat. Go back button. Go back button. Start combat button. Stop combat. Go back button. Go back button.
We should be
Start
close to
combat, button.
leveling
Stop
pretty soon
combat.
here.
Go back button. Go back. Start combat button. The forest heading. Start combat button. Stop combat. Go back button. Go back. Start combat button. The forest heading. Start combat.
We're looking to
button.
hit
Stop
13
combat.
across all the board.
Go back button. Go back. Start combat button. The forest heading. Start combat button. Stop combat. Go back button. Go back. Start combat button. The forest heading. Start combat button. Stop combat. Go back button. Go back. Start combat button. The forest heading. Start combat button. Stop combat. Go back button. Go back. Start combat button. The forest heading. Start combat button. Stop combat. Go back button. Go back. Start combat button. The forest heading. Equipped weapon. Start combat button. Stop combat. Go back button. Go back. Start combat button. Stop combat. Go back button. Go back. Start combat button. Stop combat. Go back button. Go back. Equipped weapon. Start combat button. Stop combat. Go back button. Start combat. Start combat button. Stop combat. Go back button. Go back button. Go back button. Swap weapon image. Enemy attack speed 3.0. Swap. Change selected combat. Start combat button. Stop combat. Go back button. Go back button. Start combat button. Stop combat. Go back button. Go back button. Swap weapon image. Enemy attack speed. Swap. Change selected defense level 12. Equipped weapon royal. Choose combat spot. Start combat. Stop combat. Go back button. Go back button. Equipped weapon royal goblet. Start combat button. Stop combat. Level 13. Go back button.
Very nice.
Go back button. Go back button. The forest heading. Gear stats. Attack. 10. Player attack speed. 4.00
All right, let's
S.
go do the other
Gear
two.
stats. Attack. Player attack speed. 4. Enemy attack speed. 3 points. Swap weapon. Image. Change selected combat skill to defense. Increase. Change selected combat skill to attack. Improves your chance of hitting a target. X equals attack level. Enemy defense level. Hit chance equals 50 plus 0.75 star X. Equipped weapon. Royal Goblet. Attack. Level 12 attack.
well,
Change selected.
Let's work on attack.
Equipped weapon. Royal Goblet. Start combat. Button. Stop combat. Go back. Button. Go back. Button. Start combat. Button. Stop combat. Go back. Button. Go back. Button. Start combat. Button. Stop combat. Go back. Button. Go back. Button. Equipped weapon. Start combat. Button. Stop combat. Go back. Button. Go back. Button. Choose combat spot. Start combat. Button. Stop combat. Go back. Button. Go back. Button. Start combat. Button. Stop combat. Go back. Button. Go back. Button. Start combat. Button. Stop combat. Go back. Button. Go back. Button. Start combat. Button. Stop combat. Go back. Button. Go back. Button. Start combat. Button. Stop combat. Go back. Button. Go back. Button. Start combat. Button. Stop combat. Go back. Button. Go back. Button. Choose combat. Start combat. Button. Stop combat. Go back. Button. Go back. Button. Choose combat spot. Button. Start combat. Stop combat. Go back. Button. Go back. Button. Choose combat spot. Button. Start combat. Stop combat. Go back. Button. Go back. Button. Choose combat spot. Start combat. Stop combat. Go back. Button. Go back. Button. Choose combat spot. Start combat. Stop combat. Go back. Button. Go back. Button. Choose combat spot. Start combat. Stop combat.
Almost about halfway to the level.
Go back. Button. Go back. Button. The fort. Equipped weapon. Royal Goblet. Swap weapon. Image. Swap weapon. Image. Enemy attack speed. Start combat. Button. Stop combat. Go back. Button. Go back. Button. Swap weapon. Image. Start combat. Button. Stop combat. Go back. Button. Go back. Button. Choose combat spot. Start combat. Stop combat. Go back. Button. Go back. Button. Choose combat spot. Start combat. Stop combat. Go back. Button. Go back. Button. Health. 1. Choose combat spot. Start combat. Stop combat. Go back. Button. Go back. Button. Start combat. Button. No tone. Choose combat spot. Button. Start combat. Stop combat. Go back. Button. Go back. Button. Start combat. Button. Stop combat. Go back. Button. Go back. Button. Choose combat spot. Button. Start combat. Stop combat. Go back. Button. Go back. Button. Choose combat spot. Start combat. Stop combat. Go back. Button. Go back. Choose combat spot. Start combat. Stop combat.
Ooh, hit something.
Go back button.
Heard that little weird sound.
Go back
Gling.
button. The forest heading.
That might be the sound when you find something. I'm not sure. Y'all let me know in the comments. Again, I'm very new to Idle Iktah. I've been playing it for a month or so now, but
Change selected
it's
combat
a
skill.
very
Swap weapon. Image. Enemy attack speed. Choose combat
methodical
spot.
kind of game.
Start combat.
You know, so
Stop combat.
you gotta take your time.
Go back button. Go back button. Choose combat spot. Start combat.
I'm close to
combat.
leveling my attack speed here. We're
Go
close.
back
We're
button.
very close.
Go back button. The forest. Choose combat spot. Start
Then we have
combat.
one more to go.
Stop combat.
Yeah, I do plan on keeping all of them
Level 15.
even.
Go back button.
There it is.
You were defeated. You were defeated. Go back.
Okay, we
button.
just got
Go
one
back,
more
button.
statistic
Deer stats.
to
Attack.
upgrade.
Toggle health. Show drops for deer. Deer stats. Player attack speed 4.00s. Enemy attack. Swap weapon. Image. Change selected combat skill to attack. Improves your chance. Change selected combat skill to strength. Determines how hard you can hit. Max hit equals 1 plus strength /3. Button.
All right. Strength is our last one.
Start combat.
Let's
button.
improve our
Start
strength, and
combat.
then we'll check and see our inventory and see if we've completed any quests.
Go back button. Go back
Ooh,
button.
heard that cling.
Choose combat spot. Start combat button. Stop combat. Go back button. Go back button. Choose combat spot. Start combat. Stop combat. Go back button. Go back button. Choose combat spot. Start combat. Stop combat. Go back button. Go back button. Equipped weapon. Royal Goblet. Choose combat spot. Start combat. Stop combat. Go back button. Go back button. Choose combat spot. Start combat. Stop combat. Go back button. Go back button. Choose combat spot. Start combat. Stop combat. Go back button. Go back button. Choose combat spot. Start combat. Stop combat. Go back button. Go back button. Choose combat spot. Start combat. Stop combat. Go back button. Go back button. Choose combat spot. Start combat. Stop combat. Go back button. Go back button. Choose combat spot. Start combat. Stop combat. Go back button. Go back button. Choose combat spot. Start combat. Stop combat. Go back button. Go back button. Choose combat spot. Start combat button. Stop combat.
Just about halfway there.
Go back button. Go back button. No tone. 0 button. Choose combat spot. Start combat. Stop
Just
combat.
about the time I finish my coffee, we'll be leveled up.
Go back button.
It's been getting nice and springy here in Midtown Sacramento, California, United States of America. It's been really nice. Yesterday, me and Marissa got some smoothies. Oh, we had such a good time. Little yellow boy was being very cute, very Rock Hudson. Marissa was enjoying herself. She got herself I think she got a parfait or something. She was trying a different smoothie. We go to this place here in town called Capital City Squeeze. They're very sweet to us. I got my usual Green Destroyer, large, and we got the Angels I think we got the Angels some Energy Bites. Energy Bites are these peanut butter chocolatey super healthy goodness energy like granola bars. They're incredibly delicious. I had the second one last night. I couldn't sleep that well last night, so I wind up having one very early this morning, around 4 o'clock in the morning. And, ooh, man, those things really, they really keep you energetic, if you know what I mean. But yeah, they are so, they're really good. They're really good for your system. But yeah, I had a couple of those. I had one yesterday, I had one this morning, and I had that smoothie. And even though I didn't sleep well, I think because of that smoothie, I felt better. I felt really good. Like this morning I got up and I did some squats. So I was like, ooh, I actually got a little energy today to work out. So I worked out a little tiny bit. Mind you, it's not very much. But I try to do what I can. And yeah. And like I said, I really think I need to go back to start having more of those healthy green smoothies. They're really good for my system. They're really good for me. Cleans you out. Gets rid of all the bad stuff.
Go back.
They're really
change selected combat skill to start swap weapon.
Yeah.
Image.
Yeah.
Strength. Level 12. Change selected combat. Start combat. Button. Stop combat.
Let's
Go
finish
back,
this
button.
off here.
Go back. Button.
Because my alarm's
Start
about to
combat.
go
Button.
off.
Stop combat.
We're just about at 45 minutes.
Go back. Button.
I know it isn't
back,
terribly
button.
exciting to listen to me
Start
just do the
combat,
same
button.
thing over and over
Stop
again.
combat.
So I try to make these episodes
Go
not
back,
too
button.
long. You know,
Go back. Button.
I'm having fun
Forest,
because I'm
heading.
getting stronger. So if you've been with me since the beginning, you know I played this ever since
Choose
level
combat
1.
spot. Start combat.
And
Stop
I've
combat.
only played it with you all listening and watching.
Go back. Button. Go back.
So I'm
button.
proud that
Go
I
back,
played it
button. Go back.
fully
Choose
on
combat
this
spot.
channel.
The forest. Head. The forest.
Y'all have
Choose
been with
combat
me
spot.
since
Start
level
combat.
1.
Button. Stop combat. Go back. Button. Go back. Button. The forest. Heading. Choose combat spot. Start combat. Button.
I don't know
Stop
what
combat.
I want to do today. I'm really not sure what games
back,
I want to
button.
play today.
Go back. Button. Choose combat spot. Start combat. Stop combat.
I'm not
Go
sure.
back. Button.
I've been asked by
Go back.
one
button.
of the channel friends
Go
to
back,
play
button.
some more Path of Adventure.
Choose combat spot.
I still have
Start
the ring
combat.
bearer to
Button.
beat
Stop
on a
combat.
one shot. Might
Go
do
back,
that
button.
today.
Go back.
I
button.
mean,
Choose combat
that's
spot.
pretty
Start
quick
combat. Button.
and pretty
Stop combat.
easy, and doesn't require a lot of energy.
Go back. Button. Go back. Button. Change selected combat.
I
Select
might
weapon.
play Path of
Image.
Adventure today. Who
Choose
knows?
combat spot. Button. Start combat.
Haven't done it in a
Stop
while.
combat. Level 13. Go back. Button.
There it is.
Go back,
We
button.
made it.
The forest.
13 across the board.
Equipment. Button. Skills menu. Button. Inventory. Button.
All
Inventory.
right, let's check our inventory.
Tiny fishing trophy. Small claw. 6. Light leather. 3. Mastery potion.
See if we
20.
found
Red fur
anything
logs.
new.
Sword type. Button. Red fur logs. 1. Image. Actions available. 1. Mastery potion. 23. Image. Actions available.
Okay, here we go.
23. Light leather. 3. Image.
One red fur
Actions
log.
available. Small claw. 6. Image.
We have 23 more
Actions available.
mastery
Tiny eye.
potions
2.
left.
Image. Actions fishing trophy.
We have
1.
3 light
Image.
leather,
Actions available. Normal
6
eye.
small
1. Image.
claws,
Actions available.
2
1.
tiny
Huge bag.
eyes,
Image.
1 fishing trophy, 1 normal eye, that's new, and that's our bag. So we haven't found the baguette yet, so we'll keep trying, but that's going to wrap it up for us today, and thank you for being here with me. Thank you for sticking with me through Idle Acta Play. I do plan on continuing. I don't play it as often as I should. I'll try to get back to playing it once per week. But thank you very much, everybody. Thank you for coming to Game Double Tap, the channel that describes absolutely everything for the blind and visually impaired. I am Michael Gray. Thank you very much for being here with me. I appreciate you, and I'll hear you next time on Idle Acta. Until then, have a wonderful rest of your week. Enjoy the beautiful spring weather outside. Take care.